So this talk is called Carried Away. Carried Away. I was looking for inspiration about what to talk about today, so I went back to the document that we created on the first or second session of the year. We went around and I had asked you for topics that you'd be interested in hearing about, and there were a lot. It was great, a lot of great topics. And I went back to see if there was something that really sparked for me, knowing that I've also had this ongoing theme of agency that I've been talking about and is continuing to be alive for me. And so I did find something, and it was a couple of related questions that came up. It was, how do we tell the difference between egoic voice and the deeper voice? How do we tell the difference? And then the person said, how do we tell the difference between the voice of God and Instagram? Something like that. Which maybe is harder than it sounds. But the related question was about letting go. Like how do we let go, and how do we once we've let go, kind of what then, right? Do we just hang out? You could say, what's real letting go? What do we do once we've let go? So there's an encounter from Joshi that brings this forward. I want to talk about that, but I want to get into it from the angle of the Zen Life Path group that we started a week ago yesterday, last Sunday. Really wonderful group. Good handful of you were there. We got 14 in person and 2 online, and we're doing kind of a collective work into understanding what I call the 3 contracts. The contract with self, the contract with others, and the contract with work. And these are braided streams of our lives. And what I found in my life is that when I became intentional about a spiritual commitment to myself, to self-discovery, self-actualization, you could say. Studying the self in the way that Dogen talked about studying the self. That clarified, how to work my contracts with other people, my partners, my aspiration for intimate relationships, and also with my work. It really gave a good context, for those things to be resolved. But all 3 of these are very, primary grounds of our practice. I think I mentioned in the group, monks gave up householding lives and gave up professions in order to do spiritual practice. So they were like professional bypassers. Yeah. It's like we're just not going to grow in that. We're not going to explore it. And we fortunately don't have the opportunity to do that. I guess we do have the opportunity to do that in some cases, but not the encouragement, to do that, which I think is a good thing, because we're forced to unfold, or I should say, explore our identifications in those areas, our unconscious identifications in that terrain, right? So in the area of the self, the primary question, the primary call is, who am I? And who am I? That's a move. Who am I? In the realm of others, the primary question is, who are you? Who are you? Right? Can we bring meditative awareness to that question when someone is in front of us, when someone is sharing our space or our lives? Who are you? And not be limited by the ideas we have about them, by perhaps even their own self-identifications, their own ideas about themselves, which we know from our practice is not who we are. And that when we do limit ourselves to those definitions or those ideas, then we tend to cause suffering, discord, at the very least. So can we see others with that degree of openness and generosity, if not even compassion, actually feeling what they feel, sharing in their own feeling, their own suffering. And then the work go on is, what am I to do? Or what am I here to do? What am I here to do? The monks have that answered, right? But we don't have that answered. We have ways of answering that, but does it come from as deep a place as our investigation into who am I? It should, it can. Yeah, what am I here to do? So there's I in that. So that goes back to the first question, who am I? So that what am I here to do is kind of mixed up with the question, what am I here to do? That's an interesting dimension, of our practice like this. So we have to bring our meditative awareness to these questions, right? We can't analyze them. We can't answer them conceptually. We have to develop a certain mind for that. Yeah. So how do we recognize an authentic answer to that question? How do we tell the difference between that egoic voice and a deeper response? So I'll get to that. So how do we balance letting go versus doing nothing? That's the way the question was phrased at the beginning. Balancing letting go and doing nothing, or letting go and allowing. What's that kind of dynamic? What's going on there? So there's a really, for me, vivid encounter with Joshu, one of his students, that has stayed with me for a long time. I want to share that because I think it relates. The student Gyodo, who actually became a successor of Joshu's, once asked Joshu, if I don't have anything in my mind, what shall I do? Joshu replied, throw it away. But if I don't have anything, what is there to throw away? Well, in that case, take it away with you. So this comes from the Compendium of the Five Lamps. And like I said, the questioner was this fellow, Gyodo Sonshaku. Of course, he was Chinese, and his Chinese name was Yin Yang Sun Su. And he was one of the successors of Joshu. So there's throw it away, the first one, right? Throw it away. There's throw it away and carry it away. Throw it away. That's letting go, right? It's letting go. Now the monk's already let go of a lot, apparently, right? Because he's coming to Joshu with, well, my mind is empty. I don't have anything. You could say I've let go of everything. What do I do now? Joshu says, well, throw it away. Let it go. That's how letting it go. We get let go. What do we let go of? We let go of our ideas. We let go of our attachments. We let go of our fantasies. We let go of the things that we're craving. We let go of our dreams. This was one of the questions from the person here who asked this. Do we let go of our dreams? Yeah, we let go of our dreams if they're ideas. Right? But what about inspirations and visions? Well, those are coming to us, if we're not holding on to them, there's nothing to let go of. There's just something to open up to. Okay? So there's a difference between a dream, where it's a fantasy that you're creating, and a vision or an inspiration, which is actually coming to you. I can tell the difference between these, I think. And it's a question to you. Can you tell the difference between these in your life? Between something where you're, fantasizing about the end of a difficult situation, or you want to get something to be over with, okay. Or you want, $1 million in the bank account, so that you're not as having to work or afflicted or worried or anxious, as you are, right? Those are fantasies that are attempting to escape as escape mechanisms from that unpleasant present. Okay? Really different from a kind of a vision or an inspiration that comes to you, that you can see even potentially a future that might actually entail a lot of difficulty and pleasantness, discomfort, pain even, right? But still have an inspiration and a magnetism, a kind of a gravity to it that you have to honor. So we have to, with our intuition, kind of discern what is present, and to know whether we're letting go or whether we're inviting in, or whether we're carrying away what to do. So how do we tell between the egoic voice and the deeper voice? I feel the deeper voice. It sounds different, and if it uses words, it speaks more softly. There's a line from the Bible that says God speaks in a small, still voice. Yeah. I believe it's from Elijah. God speaks in a small, still voice, a gentle whisper. It's also put, a gentle whisper. And apparently God speaks in a lot of ways, right? Also with earthquakes and thunderclouds and whirlwinds, and also in, stern voices and shouts, and probably carving things onto tablets. He speaks in many, she speaks in many languages. Yeah. But I like this gentle whisper, actually, this small, still voice. That rings true to me. It's different from my voice that I'm used to here. It just sounds different. It's got a different felt sense to it. So we're not letting go of anything on the outside. Right? We're not letting go of the message or the content. We're letting go of our attachment to it, of our identification with it. Ultimately, we're letting go of our own identification with our own body and mind. This comes from Gyodo, dropping the body and mind. He's in conversation with his teacher, Ru Jing, his Chinese teacher, Ru Jing. That was Ru Jing's phrase, drop away body and mind. That's what practice is. Drop away body and mind. That's the big letting go. That's the real big letting go. Okay, we can let go of ideas, we can let go of our control mechanisms, we can let go of our preferences. All of these things are good to let go of. It's part of our practice. And the big one is to let go of our identification with this body and this mind. So now you've let go. Maybe you've even let go of body and mind. Maybe you've had a kensho. You've really gone deep with mood. And you've realize to some level of depth that you're not limited by this body and mind. It's not who you are. Now what? That's where this monk comes to Joshi. Throw it away. Well, there's nothing to throw away. Okay, in that case, take it away with you. Carry it away. At this line, this guy Daniel was enlightened. It was this part that got him. It was the real turning points for him. It's like, let go. Okay, let go. Okay, let go. Let go. But there's nothing to let go of. Okay, now carry it away. He totally turns the tables on it. I love this. I don't know when I first read this. It was probably 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. And it has just stuck with me ever since. Carry it away? Really? Carry it away. I thought we were supposed to let everything go. It's like, take it up, carry it away, burn it in yourself. So it's definitely not doing nothing, right? It's not doing nothing. It's letting go of letting go. Letting go of letting go. Letting go of your idea of letting go. Letting go of your need to let go. So take it away with you or carry it away. It's like definitely not passive or inactive, right? Carry it away, whatever it is. I kind of have this image, this sort of scene or a psychodrama that came to me while reflecting on this. It's like I'm in an argument, with my wife, and I just really want her to be a certain way, and I think things should be a certain way. And then I finally let it go, which is really wise, obviously. Yeah, right? I let it go. I'm just like, okay, it isn't that. So what then? Is it like, all right, whatever, doesn't matter. You fine. You're right. What do you want? What do you want now? No, that's not it. That's that sort of doing nothing. Now you're like, oh, I've given it away. I'm not attached to that anymore. I'll just blah. No. Carry it away. Carry this forward. Carry this issue forward. Whatever's present. I like the resonance of carry it away with bear witness. Okay, now what? All right, what needs to happen here? What do you need? What do we need? What does the situation need? That to me is what carrying it away is. I'm staying with it. I'm stepping forward with it. Yeah, so I'm curious what this is like for you. What it's like for you. Letting go of letting go. What does that look like? How do we meet the world? Because we can get really passive, with our practice sometimes. We can think it's all about our internal orientation to attachments. And then we feel, okay, well, I'm free of those attachments. I'm really unattached to the outcome here. All right, I'm free. Yeah. This, that, the other thing, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It matters. Let go of letting go. So there's nothing in your mind. Hopefully, it's kind of a blessed place to be, where this monk comes to Joshu. You know, I'm not really afflicted by anything. I'm really not holding on to anything. And then he had the maturity of practice to kind of say, well, what then? What do I do? So obviously there was something still, right, that he was holding on to. What's he holding on to? Here I am with nothing in my mind. When he had the bodhicitta question. Okay, what now? What do I do with this? Yeah. And Joshu, who's just so artful with his words, you know, and it just turns them upside down. Okay. So carry it away. I'm curious what that looks like for you. What it might look like. Okay. Thank you for your time.